familiar names, but very new names as far as Skybound goes. So, taking a look, the only real old name that is on this roster here is Truthfully, who is the tank for this squad, mostly going to be playing Winston and Reinhardt. Might see him swap onto something else at some point, but Truthfully is most likely to be playing tank. Has the Bance is a new member of this squad over from Crystal, I believe, and Vance is a very, very talented Zenyatta and Ana, and so we'll definitely be seeing Vance filling that role very effectively here, playing the support role. Ice Stormblaze is a name that I'm not quite as familiar with, but taking a look throughout past seasons, actually mostly has been on Lucio and Mercy throughout past seasons, but a lot of time on Genji this season, and has paid dividends. Let him get at higher than he's been anytime before. So Stormblaze might be playing DPS, turning over a new leaf. Moving on to Jay. Jay, I remember being a support player. However, taking a look through Jay's career profile is always hilarious, as he's got a lot of time on Torbjorn in past seasons. Not afraid to play him in competitive. Some time on Mercy and Sombra, but always with the Torbjorn. I've seen Jay play Torbjorn in some of these games before, so wouldn't be too surprised to see that come out here. Take a look now at Dark Knight, who is sitting at 37-19, one of the higher members of this squad, and another tank player for this team. They have a couple of main tank players, Truthfully and Dark Knight, able to fill that role very well. And so it's going to be interesting to see which one of them decides to go for it and what they go for. Although I've definitely seen Skybound Lightning run a Winston and a Reinhardt before very successfully. So last but not least is going to be Big Fat Max, who is more standard or more traditionally a support player. A lot of time on Zenyatta, but has the Bance on this team, it'll be interesting to see where they decide to go as far as that goes. But now, moving on to Weenie Hut Juniors, we'll look at where Angels die first. Currently at 35-92, and it looks like most of the time it has been spent on tanks throughout the last couple of seasons, but a lot of time on Ana, Lucio, and Pharah as well. So Angels able to fill a lot of different roles here. We will be looking to see that versatility throughout the series. Lion Claw, next member of the squad, at 38-80 right now. So far we're seeing a big rank disparity between these two teams, but Lion Claw going to be playing a lot of Reaper, I would imagine. That's what he seems to be playing throughout the last couple of seasons, and so definitely going to be doing that here. Zigzag, an old friend of mine, someone who has casted with me before as well. It's going to be fun watching him play. A lot of time on Lucio in this season, Mercy in a few past seasons. I know he's also a very good Reaper player, but I'd expect to see him on the support. Zigzag is a very flexible player, though. Could play DPS or tank if they needed him to. So we'll see whether he is, similarly going to flex around. Now on to Storm Shield, who it looks like is going to be the Mercy player for this squad. Most time on Mercy throughout all the seasons. Does have some time on Reinhardt, but it's definitely going to be Mercy taking the majority of Storm Shield's time. So I would expect to see Mercy. Then name, date, age, 3760 on the season, and vast majority of name's time has been on Genji here. So definitely going to be seeing Genji, I would imagine, DPS in general, out of name. Last but not least here for this squad is going to be Poofy. Poofy is another support player, a lot of time on Lucio and Ana. Also has some time on Mercy, but I would expect 269 hours on Lucio. I would expect to be seeing the Lucio here out of Poofy. And with that, we'll get things started. Skybound Lightning versus Weenie Hut Juniors. We'll be going on to Horizon Lunar Colony for our first match.
Traveling to Horizon Lunar Colony.
right, Horizon Lunar Colony, a very fun map to watch, in my opinion, and always fun to see how teams decide to set up on the defense here. Truthfully Cool wants someone to play the Junkrat.
I'm sorry, Reinhardt. After everything that I needed time.
Sorry about that. Alright, but yeah, on this defense, it looks like they're going to be setting up in a pretty standard way. Has the Bance electing to play DPS here. He's on the Soldier, is a very talented Soldier as well as a support player, so definitely going to be someone to watch out for on this hero. Jay playing Lucio, Mex playing the Mercy here. Truthfully Cool on Zarya, Stormblaze playing Reaper, and Dark Knight on Reinhardt. On the attack, they are gonna run the Reinhardt and Winston. Angels. Oh no, swapping. Okay, name swapping to the Genji as we expected. It was weird seeing him on Reaper on Reinhardt there. But yeah, coming in here, they are gonna have the Winston Diva for these dive tanks. Name is there to follow up on the dive with a Lion Claw as well. Will be trying to get up close and personal on this Reaper. They've got a Lucio Mercy combo of their own. Lion Claw is going to trade that kill, and both of them are going to get picked right back up. This is the Mercy meta, ladies and gentlemen. But the kills after the reses are definitely favoring the side of Skybound so far. They are cleaning up on this point, and it looks like they're going to be able to hold it. Weenie Hut Jr. sent back into the spawn queue, a few members of them. And Skybound holding strong that first push, able to build up a lot of percentage towards a few of their ults. Name does have this Dragon Blade available, is going to pull that out immediately. But not going to get anything really out of it. They are going to get a couple kills going, including Big Fat Mech, so no Resurrects are going to be available. But there's the Attack Visor coming in from Vance. Might be able to turn it around here. They aren't allowing any percentage to be built up at the very least. But there it is. Finally, they are going to lose those last couple of members of their team. And this is going to be the first point going over to the side of Weenie Hut Juniors. Took them a couple of attempts to fully break in there, but as we've seen all day, this first point is pretty difficult to fully hold. Now Weenie Hut setting up on this high ground to try to get in here. We do have Lion Claw teleporting out, trying to get behind the enemy team. Lion Claw does get onto the back line, is able to get Stormblaze down very weak. There's the Death Blossom coming in, picking up 3 from Lion Claw, and so this should be what they need to get onto this point and start taking up some percentage here. Primal Rage coming in from Dark Knight just to try to close it out a little bit. There's Jay going down, a lot of stall gone. They are still contesting this, not allowing this first point to go over. But the self-destruct coming in and is not going to get anything, but it is going to, at the very least, clear out this point. The first tick very, very close to coming over. Jay going to go down. There's the first tick coming in. Now it's next coming back in with the Valkyrie, trying to turn this around, but he's going to be erased. Only gets 1 resurrect off, and that is not necessarily a good use of that ultimate there. The Earthshatter coming in from Dark Knight, but he's not going to get anything out of it. And this is definitely going to be a take from Weenie Hut Juniors. Just a matter of time. Death Blossom coming in. Not going to get much for it, but they still have control of this point. They still have the majority of the kills. But there's Stormblaze coming in, and that's actually going to turn things around here for a second. Lion Claw is going to get picked right back up, but at least that one person down might be an opportunity here at some point. But no, Big Fat Mex comes out and is immediately taken out. Valkyrie is going to come out, so nobody else is going to stay down permanently from on Storm Shield's team. I don't think anyone is even going to go down. They've got the chain power boost coming in, the self-destruct is there, and there it is, 4:15 on the clock. As we see, we had juniors capturing that second point. Very impressive attack.
I feel a lot better having you watch my back.
We all need someone we can trust, Jack.
I always dreamed of the day we would fight together.
Want a better life?
All right, but now teams switching sides. You see Skybound on their turn to attack. Stormblaze
Look after yourself
showing
out
the
there.
Pharah right now. Vance playing the Soldier still. Truthfully wants to play Diva here. Big Fat Mex wants Anna. Jay on Lucio. Dark Knight, of course, on Reinhardt. On the defense,
I'm so scared.
we are seeing pretty similar comp to what they were running before, I believe. Name is on the Tracer now instead. Lion's still on the Reaper. And, you know, no reason to change up what they're doing.
Clearing the area.
A good sleep coming in onto Name is going to secure that kill. And the Reds coming in for what? That was very, very poor choice by Storm Shield. Name is going to get the recall back up onto the high ground, back up to full health, but you know, not going to be able to do much. No heals are available here for this defending team. And that was a very, very quick first point take coming in from Skybound. They just need to clean up the rest of these kills here, and there it is. Skybound able to get out of that point very quickly. All it took was a brilliant sleep from Big Fat Mex onto Name Day Age there. And good execution on that sleep dart. Skybound getting all 6 up here and ready to go before they go in. They are only going to have the Earth Shatter. Of course, no ult available for the other side, and Storm Shield getting caught out of position and taken down here is going to be massive. Now, Angel's going down, no main healer is there. Zigzag out of the mech and going to fall as well, and Skybound pushing in really, really quickly, taking the second point almost as quickly as the first. I mean, Storm Shield is going to get that res off, but taken down immediately afterwards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They have a little bit of stall that can come in, but not even that much. Lionclaw does manage to touch, but not able to stay out there for long. And so there it is. The really, really rapid take on that second point by Skybound Lightning.
Switching sides.
Now we are going on to extra rounds. I think we've gone to extra rounds every time on Horizon so far. Definitely has made for some entertaining games to watch and to cast here.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
But Skybound setting up with the same composition on their defense. However, Jay now playing the Mercy, electing to keep that in their comp. They've got Big Fat Mechs on the Zen here, so a lot of damage boosts are going to be available for him here. Lion Claws trying to go around the side and get set up, as well as Name. They're both going around the left side while the rest of the team pushes it around to the right, and we'll see if this flank works out for him. No, Lion Claw going to be taken down before this fight can even start. Going to force that res out, but Jay is taken down as well, so the red battle is definitely going to be won here by the side of Weenie Hut. They are pushing onto this point. They're getting these kills, and there it is. They are definitely going to be able to take this first point here and move on to the second one with an extra 30 seconds. Lion Claw making sure his circle button is working there. But with that, yeah, we move on to the second point. 3:40 left here on the clock for this Weenie Hut Juniors team to push in. They are going to get positioned up here. Angel's looking for his dive, but that's going to be Name taken out very early here. Again, that res might be forced out. There's the self-destruct thrown all the way into the back. Only going to get one Stormblaze, but it might not going to be enough, unfortunately, for Zigzag. If he had thrown it a little bit to the right, I think he might have had a perfect one lined up, but just a little bit too far to the left, and it wasn't able to hit the people behind the wall there. But now, the Advanced with Attack Visor truthfully has his own self-destruct. Yeah, Earthshatter and Valkyrie, as well as Transcendence, are now available here for Skybound. They have everything they need to hold on. There are a couple of ults available right now for this attacking Weenie Hut squad, but I don't think they are going to be enough here unless they're able to pick off you know, a couple of key targets. They need to be able to take out basically both the supports with one ult in order to really get anything going. Zigzag is already halfway up to another self-destruct, but Lion Claw is going down early on, forcing a res out for him. Storm Shield is now going to get ripped by this Tactical Visor. And yeah, that is going to be another held push by the side of Skybound. They're doing very, very well on this defense here. And very wisely, only using a couple of ultimates there. Still have 3 in the bank, 3 big ones too. They've got Self-Destruct, Rocket Barrage, and the Valkyrie ready to go. So, you know, 3 ults on the other side, but not quite as powerful ults. Unless, again, you know, if Name's able to go in and get a Dragon Blade off onto Jay, then possibly a chance to make that count. But we do see, you know, a few members of Skybound getting stacked up on top of these rafters here, but the dive has not yet come onto that position to take it away from them. Name is going to pull out the Dragon Blade, though, in the backlines, but it's the Rocket Barrage from Storm to answer on the other side, and that's pretty much enough to stop the push dead in its tracks. Jay does pop the Valkyrie to bring his team back to full power with less than a minute to go. I do kind of question that. You know, definitely could have been better used in this next fight, but you know, as I say that, only 3 ults are going to be available here for Weenie Hut to attack with, and so we need to see a big self-destruct coming in from this Earthshatter self-destruct. There it is. Zigzag throws it in, not going to be able to get anything. He is, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, not providing much with that ultimate so far this game. He can get back in the mech and get to work trying to take down the opposing Mercy, but we do see some kills coming in right now, and this is where Zig is shining. He does need to have his defense matrix up, but it's not going to be enough to keep his team alive, and yeah, that is going to be a good defensive hold from Skybound on that second point. So now all they need to do is take the first tick on the second point, and they've got 6 minutes to do so.
Switching sides.
I think I like their chances, although I have certainly been wrong before.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
All right, Weenie Hut Juniors setting up for what needs to be a very long hold for them. They are running pretty much the same composition they've been running all along. Name on the soldier here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
But coming on in. Skybound pushing around to the right side, and unfortunately not going out into space. I'd love to see it, but most teams, they're smarter than that. They are going to go get this high ground established very early and try to push forward behind this Rhine shield, see whether that can create any openings for them. So far, they're just waiting for it. There it is, the charge coming in, but that is not going to work out for them. A couple kills going the other way. Dark Knight swinging the hammer is kept alive and able to get something going here for his team, though. I honestly am not sure how Dark Knight was able to sustain through all of that for so long, but we are going to see Skybound being turned back here. As, yeah, Lion Claw putting in a lot of work on that Reaper.
My ultimate is charging.
Truthfully, standing up here, I think he's trying to take a little damage so that he can get healed back up for ult charge. Big Fat Mex now has the nano boost ready to go. Dark Knight with the Earth Shatter, so they have pretty much everything they need to make a huge play here. Get a good Earth Shatter and then speed boost and nano boost with Reinhardt, and that's pretty much curtains right there. There's the nano boost being thrown out. There's the Earth Shatter. They are going to get one guaranteed kill off of that, and Storm Shield flying right into that glowing hammer. Not the smartest call, but I mean, kills are still coming in for this defense. They're still holding on here. Zigzag doing a whole lot on this diva right now. Sound Barrier is available to keep them healthy, and so they are going to be able to take down Dark Knight. It's just going to be Stormblaze left on the point. Stormblaze and Jay. And so as long as Zigzag making a mistake there, I think. If he had been able to stay alive, they might have been able to push in and make a retake there. But I don't think they're going to be able to now. And yeah, Name actually almost getting caught out and hit by that sleep dart. That would have been absolutely devastating. But he is going to be able to get back to his team. And they do have Poofy up on this high ground on Lucio, trying to provide a way for a Storm Shield to get up there to safety. But we'll now see Skybound getting set up, trying to make their push. They only need to take a tick, and they have 4 minutes to do so. They're just going to get set up on this point. That's the smart thing to do here. Force them to come and contest the point. Both self-destructs are going to be thrown out, but it's going to be Skybound who are able to get something from there. Has the Bance now with the Tactical Visor, picking up 2 with it, and this should be all it takes. There it is. No one's able to touch the point, and Skybound taking our first map 4-3 here. Starting off Season 2, pretty much how they ended Season 1. Winning games.
in it for the glory.
Traveling to Nepal.
All right, on to Nepal. All right, our next map of the series. First map went the way of Skybound in a 4-3, 4-round matchup. You know. First stage rather of Nepal is going to be this Sanctum. Definitely a lot of opportunity for teams to use environmental kills here. Stormblaze is looking to stay on the Pharah, it would appear. Although I don't really trust anyone else's picks to be the actual picks right now. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think Zigzag will be staying on the Diva. Storm Shield definitely staying on that Mercy.
Merry Christmas. I understand.
Five, four, three, two, one.
But there it is, locking in.
Capture.
Lion Claw going to be playing McCree here. Name on the Genji. They're going to be running a kind of counter divey dive. We got McCree to protect the backline, Genji to dive with the tanks and help out. But we are actually going to be seeing the more aggressive play coming in from Skybound, who just charged right in there behind Dark Knight. And there are the kills to follow it up. Storm Shield does pick up Lion Claw, but that is not going to be enough. He's able to get one in the feed before going down again. And that is going to be a very quick take coming in from Skybound, who just aggressively pushed behind Dark Knight. They sent him in and they put a defense matrix around him, and you know that's basically all they needed to win that first fight. And now ticking up percentage, Bance almost with the pulse bomb available. This isn't a hero I've seen him on before, the Tracer, but definitely playing it very well. Is going to have that pulse bomb ready to go now, looking for someone to stick it on. I would imagine he's going to go for Storm Shield here. But it's going to be Stormblaze taking out Lion. Storm Shield is going to be taken down. And, I mean, Vance did use that Pulse Bomb, but I don't think he even needed to use it. Didn't get anything out of it, and they still won the fight. So there it is. 40% on the board now for the side of Skybound, who are looking ever dominant on this map.
I'm so scared. My ultimate is almost ready.
Enemy sighted.
Weenie pushing back in. They are trying to get themselves established on this point. Name does have the Dragon Blade available, and they did get that kill onto Stormblaze. So the self-destruct coming in, though, is going to be something to deal with. Angel giving his life to protect the team. What a valiant effort. Storm Shield, however, is going to get taken down. Zigzag and Storm Shield both taken down by that Earth Shatter and a pin. And that is going to be Skybound holding on to this point yet again. This is absolutely their map. 85% and counting now for them. Vance with another Pulse Bomb is going to be able to stick it on to someone here to further stall out this attack. Here he is. He's looking in the back lines, just waiting for an exposed target to be available. And here he comes looking for his target. He is going to find it, but he misses the Pulse Bomb stick onto Storm Shield, so they do still have an opportunity. Storm Shield getting close to that Valkyrie, but not quite there yet. Needs to get it up before dying. Has Valkyrie, and it's going to pop it. And so now Storm Shield trying to stay alive, but not going to be able to. The self-destruct thrown in. Kills going both ways right now, but it's definitely going to be Skybound coming out on top of this exchange, and there it is. Skybound clearing out the point, finishing off Zigzag, and that's going to be the first point going over to Skybound. Now 1 round away from winning this matchup.
I'll enjoy the quiet while it lasts.
That feel when neither Skittle or Blue are playing Skybound Lightning. I'm, you know, I'm behind the times. Anyways, we are getting set here to go on Shrine. Both teams coming out here with relatively the same compositions they were running before. Zigzag now playing the Roadhog though, looking to be an answer to has the bans on the Tracer. New Lion Claw taken down first though, Dark Knight hitting that pin onto him, and so that man advantage is going to be huge, and it's definitely going to let the tanks here do a lot more. Dark Knight laying down an Earth Shatter in the first 45 seconds of the map, and on the back of Dark Knight, this Skybound team is being carried. They are going to take this point first yet again and start building up the percentage. Absolutely massive tank play coming in from Dark Knight. Truthfully, almost up to the self-destruct here. Vance almost with the pulse bomb, and Skybound looking very, very strong to hold on. Truthfully, throwing in the self-destruct and is able to get Storm Shield with it. Both Mercies are down though as Mex goes down, but Dark Knight getting another pin onto Name. As soon as these DPS for Weenie Hut come in, they're just getting pinned left and right by Dark Knight. It is absolutely insane.
I need healing.
Dark Knight finally was taken down, but he's going to be making his way back from spawn now. Still with the sound barrier and the pulse bomb available for Skybound. Now Stormblaze coming up with the rocket barrage as well. The dive's going to come in. Name is going to throw out the Dragon Blade, and a couple kills are coming in. Finally getting that kill onto Mex as well. That is a huge one, as he was just 3% away from Valkyrie. So Dark Knight just happily skipping off the map over there, not going to feed his health into ultimate charge. And I mean, the stall still coming in right now from Has the Band, doing a great job of staying alive on the point and getting him up to 85% here. But the point finally is going to go over to the side of Weenie Hut Juniors here. But Skybound coming in with 4 ultimates locked and loaded. They should have everything they need in order to retake this point. And especially with that kill onto Name Date Age. Name is going to be rezzed immediately, but I don't know if it's enough. There's the Earth Shatter from Dark Knight. He doesn't get anything out of it. He's actually taken down immediately. The Death Blossom coming in as well, but Big Fat Mex does have the Valkyrie. Picks up 1, picks up 2, and the kills are all coming in right now for Skybound. They are able to make use of that Valkyrie and turn that fight around. Now 90% is about to come for Skybound. One more chance possibly here for the side of Weenie Hut to touch the point and force an overtime. They are going to be able to go in. Zigzag touching the point, but Lion Claw is going to fall immediately. He's going to get res back up, so maybe he's able to make something happen, but Storm Shield is going to go down. No future reses are going to be coming in here for this Weenie Hut team. Now it is all down to killing. Big Fat Mech's taken out as well, so both Mercies are out of this fight. And we're seeing a pretty even fight breaking out on both sides, slightly favoring Skybound here. But they're going to have spawns coming back in right now for the side. The overtime is ticking down, and there it is. Skybound taking the map, taking the series 2-0.
Play of the game.
Watch over you.
Skybound showing that they deserve to be considered a top tier team still, and winning this matchup 2-0, taking their first matchup of the season very, very decisively.